Okay, well, hi, I'm Larry Meisel. Welcome to Confidence on Camera, the channel for YouTube partner program, monetized partner program wannabes. We're looking for that secret sauce to attract our first 1,000 hours of our first 1,000 subscribers and our first 4,000 hours of watch time. So we are trying to overcome the tongue-tied, brain freeze, awkwardness that comes from staring into a camera lens, talking to ourselves in a quiet room, and imagining that we're having a pleasant conversation with just a few thousand intimate friends. So as you can probably already tell, for this practice episode, I'm going to be just totally freestyling. I'll be impromptu reacting to newspaper headlines. I haven't looked at these yet, and I'm just going to be totally spontaneously off the cuff reacting. So let me bring up the app, and here we go. New York Times for Sunday, November the 27th, 2022. First, why retailers are trying extra hard to woo holiday shoppers. For profit, I guess. Why extra hard? Extra hard for profit. With an economic slowdown a distinct possibility, stores hope customers' willingness to open their wallets will last through the season. Stop the presses. Newsflash. This is totally new. Retailers have never been concerned about shoppers opening their wallets all through the season. Prices are climbing at the fastest pace in decades, setting up a holiday season to have profound implications for companies in the new year. That's why they call it Black Friday. You make your profit for the entire year on that one silly little day of American capitalism. And what's coming next? Defiant protesters lash out at China's COVID policies and Xi Jinping. Though officials denied that COVID lockdown hampered rescue efforts in a fire that killed at least 10, angry residents took to the streets in protest. Yeah, protesting in China, we know how that goes. The tank guy in front of back in the 1980s, I think it was. And they tolerated it for a while, but it was just brutally put down by the military. And one interesting interpretation that I heard was that the Chinese consider this to be disrespect to the elderly. That old traditional Chinese value still has a lot of impact over the centuries. They still cling to the idea of respect and deference to authority. They were unjustly prisoned. Now they're profit centers. Many former inmates leaving prison are broke until state settlements arrive. Tiding them over with high-interest cash advances has become lucrative. They were unjustly imprisoned, sent to jail for things they didn't actually do, and now they're being preyed upon by high-interest cash advances. This is like the ultimate payday loan. Good Lord, is there any end to American greed? Germany meets the moment and keeps its World Cup hopes alive. Yeah, I don't pay any attention to this. Like, FIFA is so corrupt and so discriminatory towards women. I understand it's a great game that the rest of the world really loves. Americans don't quite get that. It's such a subtle game. It's a low scoring game. It goes on and on. And Americans don't understand the intricacies. We like, high impact, high velocity, high energy, beat the hell out of each other on a field, American football. Although, when I was at Auburn University, there was a visiting professor from England who went to his first American football game and he loved it. He thought it was fantastic. He was absolutely crazy about it. I was totally surprised. Iran called for the U.S. to be expelled from the World Cup. Catch up on the latest updates from the tournament. Japanese fans went viral for cleaning up after a World Cup victory. Fans from other countries are following their lead. Well, that's nice. Clean up after the drunken party. Go bad crap crazy in the street. Here we go. Let's see. Gen X boomers age. They confront living alone. Gen X boomers are now becoming old age Americans. And, Gen X and boomers age. Yeah, I'm a boomer, so, I age, I know. I'm 70. But Gen X, that was like a young people thing, and now it's an old people thing. The shift presents issues for housing, healthcare, and personal finance. Yeah, remember all that stuff they told you about the miracle of compound interest and start saving and they had tables on like if you save $2,000 a year from the time you were 20 until the time you were 30, you would like retire a millionaire or something, whatever the numbers were. Yeah, your mother told you to brush your teeth because later in life, it would cause problems. People don't listen. Ukraine. Bakhmut becomes a bloody vortex for two militaries. Yeah, they're killing each other. My, what a surprise. You know, I I'm in sympathy with Ukraine. I oppose the Russian invasion. I'm not an apologist for Russia, but personally, I think war crime and war atrocities, those are just redundant phrases. War is a crime, atrocities happen in war. I was recently watching a video. It was about WikiLeaks and Bradley, Chelsea Manning, releasing all those thousands of classified documents. And one of the things that was related was a video of a helicopter crew machine gunning unarmed innocent civilians. Yeah, see, that's what happens in war. It's horrible, whoever's doing it. Horrible things are going to happen when you have a war. Really need to think about it before you start. There's in the Iliad and the Odyssey. It's like not a new thing. In the Iliad and the Odyssey, Homer remarks that before going to battle, soldiers have to take off a part of their humanity in order to see and do the things they're going to have to see and do in war. And then when they return from war, they're going to have to readjust and try to put back on and reclaim that part of humanity that they had to divorce themselves from. Iliad and the Odyssey, thousands and thousands of years ago in ancient Greece, they had PTSD. Beauty over brains. Japan's skin-deep university pageants. Yeah, Japan is like an enigma. Japan is the contests held at campuses around Japan reflect a culture that often judges women by their appearance and slots them into rigid, gender-defined roles. There's another news flash. Like that hasn't been happening since ancient Greece and the Iliad and the Odyssey. So, the exceptionally American problem of rising roadway deaths. Yeah, well, it's the holiday travel season, so there's the obligatory story about highway deaths. Marijuana pardons affect a sliver of those swept up in the war on drugs. Yeah, well, that's because the Nixon administration tried to equate drugs with race, and so a disproportionate number of African Americans are a higher percentage of the prison population than they are of the general population. And there's racism in America. There's another news flash. Personally, I agree with Eldridge Cleaver, not Stokely Carmichael. Eldridge Cleaver, Soul on Ice. Anything south of Canada is south. And there was one in here that I saw yesterday about gun violence, but it doesn't seem to be here anymore. Let's see. Sam Bankman fired was the hot new thing filled by the same old thing. It's an editorial about greed and corruption, I guess, and how it stinks. Long stretches of the Mississippi River have run dry. I can remember back in 1980 something being in New Orleans, and the river was high, and they were worried about it overtopping the seawall near the French Quarter, and that was just maybe quite a while ago, I guess, 30 some years ago. Some teachers be able to conceal carry at school? We asked readers. What do you want about some are for it and some are against it? What Elon Musk is doing to Twitter is what he did to Tesla and SpaceX. What he did to Tesla and SpaceX made it fantastically successful? Is that what he's doing to Twitter, making it financially fantastically successful? It doesn't seem to be headed in that direction. That's apparently an editorial in the New York Times. You can read it, check it out today and read it. But I did hear, as an interest and a story, it's a good story whether it's true or not, but OSHA went to the Tesla plant and they were complaining because the regulations require that, stripes be on the factory floor and they have to be like in certain areas to keep people from walking into the machinery and becoming part of a Tesla. So that OSHA inspectors are complaining that the stripes on the floor are not the right color, yellow, caution yellow. And the employees are saying, yeah, but Elon doesn't like yellow. Like, Elon's allowed to, no, purple, make the stripes purple. Good Lord. Bob Dylan gets tangled up in book. Gets tangled up in book autograph controversy. I don't sight read very well, so you have to put up with that. John Roberts' early Supreme Court agenda, a study in disappointment, or a study in tragedy, if you take Citizens United and the recent abortion case and what they're planning to do about affirmative action. And well, okay, that's enough for now. So I'm going to end record, and you can, I hope, give me your constructive criticisms in the comment section. Tell me about the things that I'm doing well, of course, and tell me about things that I can improve on. Let me know about any tricks and tips. If you combine the word trick and tip together, you get trip. Tricks and tips that you have found helpful in making your own videos. And put the name of your channel in the comment section and put a link to one of your favorite videos. You watch my videos, I'll watch your videos. Hopefully there will be other viewers who will watch your videos, and we can comment back and forth and get a conversation going to help each other to improve the quality of our main channels that we want to use to get those 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, and start raking in the money from AdSense and affiliate links and sponsorships and merchandise sales and Patreon supporters. And most of all, I want to get some of that free stuff that the manufacturers send out to creators. So thanks for watching. And again, we'll see you next time. Bye for now.